Hello and welcome back to the channel. Thanks for stopping by and having a listen to Interlude by me. Wearing the comfy merch. Wow, look at this. It's got a hoodie and everything. You can check out the merch below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and let's jump right into the Ableton session. So here we're looking at Interlude, which is a very special track. It's very different to the other songs, so if you don't like them, you might like this one. We'll see. But so the album doesn't have any features on it, but I would be remiss to say that there hasn't been a couple of people who've been a big help to it. So obviously in the first track, We're Located, check that out here. We had a lot of guest vocalists come in and provide a little bit for the intro there. But this one, we've got Patrick Hardy providing some guitar work. So he sent me this little guitar loop sample that he made and never found a home for it, and he thought I might be able to do something with it, so I have. I'm very excited to show you it today. But first, let's jump right into this top line here for the bass. So it's just a simple sine wave kind of thing, because as you'll see, this track is very different to my other stuff. So I didn't want something that was too bass heavy, but I just wanted something to sort of give it some low end. And then we've also got some pads going on, which is real bright and wide. And then in the MIDI of it, we'll click into it so we can see it a bit better. I've just got a couple of note touches to give it a bit of a sparkle sort of feeling going on. Very nice. But yeah, let's jump into Patrick's loop here. We'll start with this one. So that's it there, which is, it's really pretty. And I thank Patrick once again for sending this to me. Because yeah, I feel like what I've done with it is quite nice. So that's loop there is purely it untouched. And then as we go into the track, it changes a little bit. Maybe it's here. No? Whoa. Okay. You'll see what's going on there in a sec. So this here, why is that starting to play? Come back, stop. This second stretch one here is the guitar section. Stretched. Whoa. Who would have guessed? So this with the pads just really make this big spacious sound, and I've really widened that out in the mix. And it's just quite nice, and yeah, it's kind of why it's an interlude, because it's such a very different, oh my god, you'll see why that reverb keeps going in a sec. But yeah, you'll see that it's an interlude because it's very different to the rest of the album in a way, because really I don't have drums in it at all. This is the rest of it right here, these three other lines, all these effects. So we've got a bit of a laser thing, a crash, and a bit of that kind of stuff. Because yeah, when I was making this, I was originally going to go for my normal style electronic dance sort of stuff, and chopping up the guitars and stuff like that, and it didn't feel right in a way. And I've always wanted to make a more spacious track and the really ambient, spacey sort of vibe kind of thing. And so this is sort of what's come out of it. And I don't know, I was contemplating just releasing it almost like under a different pseudonym, just because it is so different, but I was like, I don't have the time and patience for that. And handling a second social media account and promoting that as well, I'm like, nah. But then, yeah, I liked it within the context of the album. and where it sits. So we've got Supermassive. Once again, it's not showing what it is, but bass modulator, there, default. I don't know why. Normally I start with a preset and then alter it from there, but one of them is just a reverb that like doesn't end, essentially, which is really cool, which is why when I click on something and stop, the reverb just keeps going because it's just feeding back into itself so much. It's bizarre, but also really cool. So if we jump to where the guitar comes in and just play it a bit. So yeah, it's just like a real big sound that I quite like. And you can hear that the main guitar, when we solo it, it's still quite present if you solo it by itself, but within the context of the whole song, and oh my, I'm getting over that now. Within everything else going on, it just gets completely buried. So it's still tracking through the whole thing, but it's like almost subconsciously at that point that it's still there being present. But yeah, like that's kind of the whole song. Like the guitars coming back in sort of towards the end, and then it just has them play out once the stretched guitars are over, and then that just fades out in a better reverb and stuff. Yeah. I've got nothing else to say. This is a real short episode in comparison to everything else. So I hope you've enjoyed. Pre-save the album below so you can hear this. Well Located should be out by now. If you haven't checked that out, go have a listen. I hope you've enjoyed that too. Merch. Got the hat as well, if you saw that in episode 1. What else? Like, subscribe. Don't forget to charge your phone. And I hope you're having a good day, night, whatever it may be. And I'll see you in episode 5 for the next track, Deeper. Okay, bye.